Welcome to the Richmond Events podcast, where we take you inside the UK's most exclusive business forums. You'll get to meet the delegates, suppliers and speakers shaping their industries. Richmond Events. This is where business gets done.
Hello and welcome to Richmond Events. We are here at the Retail and E-Commerce Directors Forum and I am joined by Elizabeth. Elizabeth, welcome.
Hello.
So introduce yourself, tell us the business and your role within that business.
I'm Elizabeth Clark. My company is Dream Agility. We're based up in sunny Silicon Valley, north of Manchester. I'm the CEO and basically we do performance marketing. We've got some optimisation technology for that. So basically advertising on Google, making it work better.
Making advertisement on Google work better. Now that sounds like a dream. Oh, ironic. I get the name. Well, who would have thought it? Because it just seems like as a business, you're putting out ads and putting it out there, but you don't know what's happening, you don't know what's working, and then you're paying for clicks. And how do you make that the dream then?
Well, there's been a very exciting new development in Google. So PMax has been a black box for a long time now. You speak to anybody here, they'll all tell you they hate Google, they don't think it's great value for money, but it's a necessary evil. But they opened up the APIs last September. So what that means is you can see the stuff that works because it's there, it's got a conversion, but you can't see is all the rubbish in the account. So now we can see it. We can see all the words, keywords, search terms, things that don't perform, and we can negative them. So people will be delighted that you can finally negative in PMax. You used to be able to do it in Google Shopping. Now you can do it in PMax. So it's going to make everybody's campaigns much better ROAS, much better sales, not have to spend so much money on Google.
And PMax, you explained to me, are the adverts. So when I Google search something, that come up at the top of the bar.
Yeah.
So that's what people are paying to have their advert up there and say, look at me first. That's PMax.
That's PMax, yes.
Okay. And when you say about the API side of things then, so when they were looking at their API and their numbers, they couldn't.
You can't. We have a full AdWords API integration. Okay. Most people don't. So because we're a technology company, we get access to data that other people can't. Okay. So unless you use somebody like me, you're unlikely to be able to get it.
Wow. And what sort of stats then, what's that opened up for you to be able to see from businesses who are spending money within Google then?
Well, there's one particular company here today that shall remain nameless. We ran an audit and we found £60,000 a month being completely wasted.
£60,000 a month? Mm-hmm. And they were none the wiser to that until you did that?
They knew it. They said they weren't happy with the performance in the account, but they couldn't see why they couldn't see the performance in the account. And the agency they were using was trying to do it with scripts, but you've got to have the all-time data. You've got to have the date range. You've also got to be able to put a performance on there to be able to say, I want a 99.9% confidence that will never convert or will not convert better than it is at the moment. And you can't do that with a script. You need a great big chunky bit of tech to do it. So that's where we come in.
And that's what you've got, is that great big chunky bit of tech.
Yeah, big huge bit of machine learning.
I like it. And in relation to, I mean, the stat you gave me was 97% of what you're paying into Google Ads isn't actually doing anything for you.
It's not working the way you want it to.
The way you want it, right. So how much of that can you get working? Will it ever be 100%? Or?
No, because it's always going to churn. So that 97% is always moving. And what will happen is Google will eventually on PMax will stop trying to advertise things when it's not working because it works to the ROAS you set it. So if it can't get it to work, it stops. Right. So some of those things will gradually naturally drop off. But when we looked at over $500 million worth of spend, we found that typically 30% of the money you spend is not going to give you anywhere, is going to be unprofitable for you. It'll either make you no money or make you unprofitable returns.
Wow. So, and you have to go into that with that preparation, or is that where you can come in and be like, let's make this work for you now then?
So to do an audit, all we do is we just plug in the AdWords ID, set the tech away, and it just does it. So you can find out in minutes how much money you can save.
And this is the other hot topic of what today has brought around is AI.
Yes.
And you utilise that within the business for the exciting side of things.
Yeah, well, we've been doing AI since 2017. We launched a particular product in 2018. It's really had a resurgence now because of the APIs opening up for PMax, which is very exciting. And as a business, we just very API led. So people, not API, AI led. You hear people sort of talking about, oh, we've got to do AI, we've got to do AI. And some people are very anti-AI. They are very, oh, it's just an LLM that's been rehashed. Ours isn't, obviously. And people aren't quite sure what to do with AI in their business. So, you need to eat your elephant a bite at a time. Start with something simple. So for coming here, there's hundreds of people to choose from, and they all want different things. So I just took the data, loaded it into ChatGPT, and said, right, find me the people who are more likely to convert than others. So it came back and it prioritized the people on there, what they wanted, I just wrote a little note to them all. And most of my meetings today have been very, very positive.
That's incredible. So that's using AI to your advantage, right?
Yeah.
And using it as a tool, but that doesn't stop you them being there in person. And that's the important bit, isn't it? It's the next level, and that's what Richmond Events brings, is then the in-person connection.
It is. I mean, if you consider, if I was going to go out and try and identify, I don't know how many people here today, there's 135 delegates or something.
Oh, I think it's over 150.
Oh, well,
so yeah.
If I had to even identify 150 companies in the first place, and then find the person at the company, and then find out what the person wanted at the company, and then try and set up a meeting with the person, if you imagine the sort of amount of work to do that would be enormous. Whereas you just turn up on the day and it's all kind of there. You do have to do your prep. Like I say, this year was a lot easier. This is my third year, so I'm a bit of a veteran now. But by sort of learning the system and using AI to do a lot of the legwork for me, it's made it a lot easier.
And how many meetings have you had today?
I think it's 12.
So you've booked out all 12 of your...
Yeah, the last one cancelled, which I was very sad about until I realised, oh, whiskey o'clock.
Oh, there we go then.
It's nil.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Good.
And then we grabbed you and brought you over here. So 11 meetings with people who also, because the importance of this is that they also choose you,
yes.
right? So you choose each other. So you want to speak to each other. You want that connection because they see how you can support them as well. So like you say, is you're taking away hours, days worth of work, or Richmond are taking away days worth of work for you to set up really important growth meetings that are going to take down a lot of boundaries.
Yeah, at the first meeting this morning, the lady said, have you come far? And I said, I've come from Ramsbottom. She said, no way. I thought that was a very strange reaction. Most people go, where's that?
Where's that?
And she said, I live in Ramsbottom. Oh, gosh. So, but she's got her marketing manager coming up for a review next week. So we're all going to meet in sunny Ramsbottom for coffee for the follow-up meeting. So happy days.
That's incredible. But that relationship that's growing and building, and like you say, could have taken so much longer had you been having to sit there siphon, and you may have even missed them. You might not have known that they truly needed you. So this is your third time. What keeps bringing you back?
It's just the kind of ease, really. It's the not wanting to do all that work myself. And there's obviously people who've been here before that are here again, who maybe I did nothing with last time, but I've been able to contact them to say, hey, I'm going to be here. Since the last time we spoke, we've now got PMax in the API. We could do this, that, and the other. So I could have another meeting with them without having to use one of my meetings, and it's still sort of counting towards getting everything done, basically.
And what about the rest of the event? Because you have your meeting times, obviously, but there's also the keynote this morning. Did you take part in golf yesterday?
No.
I said they need a spa time. While some are out golfing, the others are out sparring, I think. But we've got the gala dinner tonight as well. Like, all these moments contribute to also those extra meetings that can take place.
Yes, they do. So I arrived last night and there was a lady I'd spoken to on. So one of the things I do is a prep. I contact everyone on LinkedIn to say, I'm going to be there. This is what I look like-ish. Please come and say hi type thing. And this lady walked in. She's not been before and she recognised me straight away. We had a little chat and things. She was lovely. And she said, do you know any people here? And I said, yes, I do. I said, that's why I'm hiding behind this pillar, because they're absolute reprobates and they'll have me out till the early hours of the morning. So if you want to make a thing of it, you can really have a party. Tonight will be the party night. Last night was the let's not be silly and start the day with a hangover, which first year I was kept up till silly o'clock in the morning and had to do the whole full day feeling horrendous. So don't do that anymore.
There you go. So when you're thinking of coming, your future advice to people is come, enjoy the first night, socialise, but the second night is party night once you've done all your meetings.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And what genuine piece of advice would you give to people who are listening to this, watching this and thinking, actually, is this for me? How do I make the most of that event?
I think the way to make the most of it is really, really, really carefully go through the delegate list. So sometimes what happens, some of these bigger companies just give it to somebody in the office and they don't really pay attention. They just pick the big companies. And actually there's a lot more value in the smaller companies because they're quicker to sign. They've got more, the decision-making process is much smaller. So if you want to start building relationships with the big ones, that's great. If you want business sooner, go for the smaller ones. Go through the list properly, check that they actually want what you want and don't give it to some numpty in the office who's going to arrange meetings with people that just think, ooh, that's what I'm to you for. And if you have arranged a meeting with someone who isn't looking for exactly what you want, they have to accept your request back. So I always print up a little thing that says, this is what you asked for, this is what I said to you, and because they can't remember it all from weeks ago. So then you're going into the meeting with everybody, because the first time I came, I just assumed that they remembered everything they told. So now I don't assume nothing. So do your prep work properly, turn up prepared, and it'll all go smoothly.
Incredible. Elizabeth, thank you so much and enjoy this evening. It sounds like you've already
I've
started. Thank you very much.
Cheers.